Most HVAC companies say they provide the best service, but what does that really mean to a customer? What does it look like to be a company that provides exceptional service? That's what we'll talk about in this first video in this series called 3 Simple Steps to Grow Your HVAC Company. At Digital Success Advantage, we've researched some of the most successful HVAC companies and have boiled down the information into this short Put It Into Action video series. We'll provide simple steps and actions that you can put into practice this very week. We'll also send you a reminder email to see how you're doing before we'll send you the second video in this series. So let's get to it. Service is more than just getting the job done. Service begins with the first contact with your company, a phone call or an email, the way the phone is answered, the way the customer is transferred to the sales department, and even the way you present a contract makes a big impact on a customer, if they're done right. For instance, did you know that if the contract bid is typed up and printed, the customer is least likely to ask for further discounts? And if they're given 3 options, they're more likely to buy. Many marketing firms have some great tricks to make your company sound good, but we really get to know you and your customer so that you can truly build a customer for life. That all starts with your customer service experience. So what can you do this week to make your customer service stand out? Here are 3 things. First, create a phone script for anyone who answers your phone. Make sure they know how to answer the basic questions and what to say when they transfer a customer to your sales department. And you may as well have a script for what the sales department should say when they answer. Recently, I called a company to ask for a quote. The secretary was pleasant. When I asked about a quote, she said, "Hold on." The sales department picked up the phone after about 10 seconds later and said, "Hello." That's all they said. They didn't introduce themselves. They didn't acknowledge that I was on hold for 10 seconds. They didn't even seem to know why I was calling. That was not an example of a good customer service experience. If you want to stand out from the rest of the HVAC companies, you have to do things differently. Starting with your phone answering. It's simple, it's highly effective, and it'll make a difference. Second, create a frequently asked questions sheet. Many customers are asking the same questions. Make sure all departments know exactly how to answer those questions. The key here is to make it customer-centric or customer-centered. Share the benefits of what you offer and how it will add value to your customers. For instance, if they're just asking about a price and you throw out a number, the customers gain no experience with your company. Take time to get to know them, get their contact information, know when and how to follow up with them. This is all part of the customer service experience. We'll talk more about the customers in our next video. Ask about their home and what they most likely like about it. If they say they love their high vaulted ceilings, you can share how your new system moves air more efficiently and works better in a house with vaulted ceilings. Third, create a nicely printed contract or bid sheet for your customer. Include information about why they should use your company and only your company. We'll talk about more of that in the third video. Make sure you include your logo and print it out in color. That little bit makes a big difference. Make sure your bids are not handwritten unless they need to be written up in the field. Even then, a nicely printed bid will do wonders for your sales conversions. Heck, you can even go to the next step, because this is what you want to do to crush your competition, and create a customer folder that you give all new customers. Service is simple. It is focusing on the customer and making sure they get the same experience each and every time they call. Service is about meeting and exceeding normal expectations of what an HVAC company is all about. So there are 3 things you can do this week. First, create a phone script for your secretaries and salespeople on how to answer the phone. Second, create a frequently asked questions list and make sure your departments are all answering exactly how you want them to answer. Third, create a customer contract bid sheet that makes your company stand out from the rest. We'll send you a reminder in a couple of days. Our next video will be sent out to you in the next week, giving you plenty of time to get these things put into practice in your company. If you're really ready to crush your competition, contact one of our experts today. The sooner you get started, the sooner you'll see results. We'll see you in the next video where we'll talk about specific action you can take to get the most out of your customers and their experience with your company.